Hi everyone, Joe Zebo Zimmerman here with proteinreviews.com. I'm super excited about this next review, which is for a brand new product from Barebells. It may not be summer any longer, but we have today the Coco Caramel Almond bar from Barebells, which just came out last week in October 2025. I have not yet had this bar, so this is not only going to be a review, but also kind of a first-time taste test across the board. So let's open it up, check out the bar, and see what's inside. Okay, so right out of the package, you can see that this is a pretty typical looking Barebells bar. It has a slightly darker than average kind of chocolate coating. Of course, there's that layer of kind of crispies on the top and outside. Okay, wow. So just biting this for the first time, as you can kind of tell from that cross section, there's a couple different layers here, which is pretty typical for Barebells. There's a top caramel kind of stripe right underneath the Crispies on top, and kind of a white nougat layer in the middle. Very coconutty, as you can might expect. And I was wrong. Some Barebells bars have these Crispies on top. This, in fact, I believe is chopped almond. Right away, as soon as you bite into this bar, you're getting notes of coconut. This smells like kind of a Almond Joy Mounds type of bar, candy bar. Maybe it's kind of released in time for Halloween, but this is giving like extremely strong Almond Joy Mounds candy bar, both smell and taste vibes. The almonds are crunchy. They're not overwhelming. You don't really want this to be mostly almond. You want the coconut to come through. The caramel is really evident. It comes across in every bite. It kind of gives a nice little bit of give when you bite into the bar underneath that crunchy almond layer. And then of course the coconut nougat is really the star of the show here. So it's a deep, rich coconut flavor. It's not overly artificial. It's not kind of overpowering. It just kind of has a nice, subtle coconut flavor. So all in all, I really love this bar. I'm a sucker for coconut, so I'm a little bit biased, but I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10. Now, typically you may not wanna eat a coconut bar every single day. Maybe there's a little bit of flavor fatigue with this one, but just from a pure taste perspective, this gets a 9 out of 10. It's got amazing Barebells flavor. It's got that great candy bar vibe, just in time for Halloween. So if you are reaching for an Almond Joy, maybe take that hand away and grab one of these Coco Caramel Almond bars from Barebells. Barebells typically have very solid macros. Obviously, the last few years, they've been surpassed by a few other bars. So they're not as outstanding as they used to be. The macros for this bar, per bar, it's 210 calories, 8 grams of fat, 18 grams of carbohydrates with 3 grams of fiber, 2 grams of sugar, and 20 grams of protein. So it's a solid, if unremarkable, macro profile, but good enough for 7 out of 10 in our scoring system. Now, let's consider the cost. So this box of 12 goes for $29.99 on Barebells.com. You can also get this on Amazon and a lot of other retailers. I have not yet seen this in physical retailers. I popped into a GNC earlier today. They still are not carrying this. So if you want this bar, you still probably need to get it from the Barebells.com website. At $2.50 a bar, it's about category average. The price isn't too high or too low. It's almost exactly $2.50 per bar in the protein bar category. But because this bar has 20 grams of protein, which is higher than kind of the industry average protein bar, that gives it a bump up, and from a price perspective, kind of a value perspective. So from a cost perspective, this gets a 6 out of 10. So let's recap. The Coco Caramel Almond bar is basically exactly what it says it is. It's a delightful, subtle, sweet coconut nougat middle with a caramel layer underneath a layer of chopped almonds and chocolate on top. In total, this gets a 9 out of 10 from a taste perspective, 7 out of 10 macro profile, and 6 out of 10 from a cost effectiveness perspective, giving it a total composite score of 7.7 out of 10. Grab this for Halloween, grab this for any time. It's a great tasting Barebells bar. They do it again. Thanks so much for watching.